Okay. You good there?
I don't know. My phone's been acting weird.
Really?
Yeah. Have you noticed anything after the update?
No, nothing. It's been fine with me.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to just check?
Sure. Hey Alexa, are you planning to take over the world?
I don't want to take over the world. I just want to help you.
I don't like the sound of that. Welcome to Hot Takes. My name's Robby.
I'm Corey.
And today we're talking about the new film, The Mitchells versus the Machines, but with a little bit of a twist.
Today we have Gator Hammock's Lethal Gator Sauce.
It's about to get lethal.
It's a local hot sauce made in Florida.
Oh.
Okay.
It's not honestly that hot.
Okay.
I've already had it. It's pretty tasty though.
But I also don't trust your level
Yeah,
of hot.
you really can't. I'm a little biased. That's not the right word. I'm conditioned.
Yeah.
That's the right word.
You've been to war.
I've seen some things.
You've had your PTSD. Corey.
Anyway.
Okay. I thought I lost you there.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Alexis, you know what to do. First question.
What did you think of the way this movie looked?
I thought it looked great. It's from the same people who did Into the Spider-Verse. Came out a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It has a similar art style, but not as comic booky as that one was trying to go for. Which works and doesn't in certain ways. I feel like there's certain shots in this film that look a little off because of the art style they chose for it. But overall, I like it.
I noticed this into Spider-Verse a little bit more so, but when there's like reverse shot and you're looking over a character's shoulder, it's blurry.
Always.
That shot, that character that's in the corner, they're like kind of double vision.
Yeah.
And they do this in this film too occasionally. And I don't know if that's just the art style or if that was an intentional choice.
Probably a little bit of both,
But-
realistically.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's not bad. It's not a detriment. It's just something I noticed.
Yeah. I still really enjoy it. I think it's all the colors always pop with this new art style that they've been, using for these past two films.
It reminds me of The Amazing World of Gumball.
Like
I've
the
never,
realistic backgrounds.
Yeah, I've
and
never really watched that show,
Mhm.
but I've seen it on TV,
Mhm.
and that's just what it reminds me of.
That makes sense. Yeah. I kind of get that vibe too.
I liked the art style, although sometimes I could have done without some of the random interjections.
Do you mean like the little graphics they like put up constantly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were small little embellishments they did every now and then that were fine, and there were some that were really in your face, and those were distracting.
Yeah, but it's also part of the
It's part of the
character
charm.
of the film going for a little random,
They just used it at maybe some inappropriate times.
Yeah.
Have a dramatic scene, and then it's just rainbows and unicorns popping out of their ears.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to take them seriously in that moment.
That's true.
So maybe they should have just used it a little more sparingly, or at better times.
Yeah, I'd probably say better times because they were going to use that stuff regardless
Mm-hmm.
with the tone of the film, but I enjoyed it.
I liked it at times.
Yeah, me too.
What did you think of the various characters and the character development in this film?
You kind of see where the characters are going, like where the story's kind of going for the most part. Alexis literally called out exactly how it was going to end, and it made me make sense because but it was still well done. It's still entertaining to watch them do their thing throughout the film. I was never really bored, even though I kind of knew where it was going.
Maybe my chief complaint with the characters is that only the father and daughter really had any development.
Yeah,
The mother a little bit, and the son had a very, very, very small bit.
yeah, it was cute though. But it
It's cute,
Yeah,
but those kind of characters fell by the wayside, I guess.
a bit, but I think it was just trying to be about the father and the daughter. The
It
whole time.
was.
Yeah.
But I don't know, they seem to focus on the family, like that whole family dynamic.
Yeah.
But also wanting it to just be a father-daughter story,
Sure.
and maybe it was just a little confused.
That's fair. Yeah. But I mean, other movies have done that. Like, I think I don't know why it's comes to my brain, but like Cheaper by the Dozen, where it's like you have a ton of kids, but it's really only about like the one little kid and then the father or whatever.
I don't think
I
I've
think.
seen that movie since I was like 4.
Yeah, that's all I vaguely remember. It's something about a
Yeah.
hamster.
I have no idea. Are you talking about the one with Steve Martin?
Yeah, Steve Martin.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I remember seeing that DVD at my house.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the movie.
It was a film. But
I actually didn't mind the dog character in this.
yeah,
Normally, I'm very critical of like cutesy animals,
Mhm.
but the dog was fine.
Yeah.
It kind of just acted like a dog,
exactly.
and it was a dog.
See, in a lot of movies, they usually make other animals beat dogs,
Yeah.
and that can get kind of annoying. Where it's
Yeah,
like,
it annoys me when you got a horse and it's just sitting there and it's panting. It's like, I'm a horse. You're not a horse. You're a dog. Just stop. Look at it, Tangled,
yeah, yeah.
Frozen, Disney. Stop it.
It's okay, Disney. Don't listen to
Yeah,
it.
don't be mad at me.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have enough money to defend myself.
We're gonna get smited.
Careful what you say.
I'm gonna kill you.
There comes the cease and desist letter.
What do we think about the robot characters?
I like them. As like
the
comedic.
little, are we talking about like the little side guys? The
When you say that, I think about the side characters
Okay.
without getting into spoilers. But I mean,
they're in the
they're in the promo.
the marketing material.
Yeah, yeah,
There's two, I guess, good robots.
yeah. The good iRobots.
They act like little
No.
comic relief,
Mhm.
even though everybody is comic relief. At
Yeah,
times.
this whole movie is kind of comic relief, but
They're fine. I like them. They're
Yeah.
entertaining.
me too. Hey, they could have been
The-
done a lot worse,
It could have. Yeah, that's
and that's kind of my biggest thing with this movie. I'll probably get into later. It's just this whole movie could have been so much worse, but it wasn't. It just surprised me,
yeah.
which it shouldn't because it's executive produced by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, or
think so.
that reverse. I
know.
always get their names mixed up.
I don't know who they are. They're Lord and Miller.
Yeah, Lord and Miller.
I kind of feel the same way, but I'm a little leaning towards this could have been better.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm maybe not as high on this. I guess I'm just
Okay.
I don't feel the love entirely. But we'll talk about it.
So let's just jump into it.
What do you guys think about the technical aspects of this movie, like the music?
I really enjoyed it. The music was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, not surprised from the people who did Spider-Man film. That music was so good. But we'll talk about that 'cause that's gonna be our cool down for.
That was
today.
that was one of the talking points I wrote down for that.
Yeah.
The music.
Mhm.
No, I enjoyed the music in this movie. There was that one scene where the thing was coming out of the ground, and that soundtrack at that moment stood out to me.
Yeah, that was really good.
I like that.
Mhm.
The editing and all that.
It was good.
I mean, I'm not like a huge fan of that random glitchy
Yeah.
thrown in there kind of stuff, but as someone who's done, 2 videos of editing, I can appreciate the work that's gone into it.
Yeah.
Because, I'm over here trying to organize clips and not have them disintegrate in my hands as I
Me
try
too.
to do something.
Me too. Me too.
So I can appreciate the art.
Yeah.
As a professional editor.
Well, you see, as someone who's edited before, I can actually tell you that in 2304, there was actually 2 frames that were identical.
Actually, I've edited about 15 videos myself, and I can't. I'm not smart.
You're an idiot. This needs to stop now.
But one thing I did appreciate about the editing is how it could have been way too little random, but they kind of toned it. It wasn't so in your face, and it felt like this movie was made by people who understand the internet a bit. It didn't feel like corporations being like, "Oh, these kids love the memes. We'll make a meme movie." Like,
I get that.
yeah,
There is definitely an influx of corporations adopting meme culture.
yeah,
And as someone who's kind of, and I want to use my choice of words here carefully,
Mhm.
older than the people who really, grew up in the meme culture,
yeah.
but not so old that don't get it.
Mhm.
I thought this was fine. What they added in.
Yeah.
I wasn't annoyed by it.
No, that's fair.
Also, Furbies.
Furbies.
That was fun to see them back.
It was. We can get into that.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that scene later.
Yeah, yeah.
It kind
They're
of
in the trailer.
me of Wreck-It Ralph 2. That whole thing with the videos, and it was YouTube, but it wasn't YouTube, and it was also
I feel like,
No, Wreck-It Ralph 2 had YouTube.
yeah,
it did, but it was
it did, but they were also on another platform.
yeah, the way it worked. was just
YouTube
kinda
existed.
weird.
but it was on another platform. No, I think this did it better than Wreck-It Ralph 2.
For
Definitely.
sure.
Because
It's an example of how it could go a little.
honestly,
wayside.
like, this is something that people, groan about when it comes to movies now.
Mhm.
Like, if a character starts flossing or something. Yeah. And the problem is that it ages that movie really fast.
Mhm.
Because no one's going to be doing that in, 5 years.
No.
So if you go back and look at Tom and Jerry, and Tom's flossing, no one's going to remember what that is.
I don't think anybody remembers what
that?
it is.
What was that?
No one's flossing now.
No one's
The last
flossing
time
now,
I saw
exactly.
anybody floss?
Move! If you got no one, just move. It's all I want to see some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement.
A Tom and Jerry
Exactly.
movie came out.
News to me. We should watch it. It might be good.
We'll make a video about it.
We'll make a video about it. We'll start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
What were your favorite things about this film?
I really liked how humorous it was. I mean, obviously it's like a family comedy, but more jokes hit than didn't. Obviously, there were some jokes that I just didn't find funny at all because little random humor. But it was surprisingly funny. All the cast was solid. There wasn't any like weak character. Well, weak voice actors in my opinion. I enjoyed it overall. I don't have any like key things like this was the best, but
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I enjoyed some of the drier humor, like the robots did.
yeah.
But other than that, it was kind of just good.
Yeah.
Fine. Everything was done well.
Mhm.
Nothing was maybe exceptional
For the most part, yeah.
for the most part, but it was good.
Yeah.
I think that's what I appreciated was just a fine movie.
There's no Tom and Jerry.
No Tom and Jerry. No Mortal Kombat.
Well, Mortal Kombat was the worst.
Mortal Kombat wasn't the worst.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like we haven't had like a great movie in a while.
Yes, but it's yeah.
What were your least favorite things about this movie?
I think my least favorite thing is just that it has so much potential.
See, I don't.
Again,
Explain yourself, I guess.
All right, we're differing here.
Yeah. Should we
So-
Are we getting into spoiler territory though?
Let's get into spoiler territory here. If
Skip
you,
to here.
If you don't want to see spoilers, go ahead and skip to this point.
Yeah.
So, I guess the main issue I have is that I've seen this all before.
Yeah.
I don't think any of this is really original. It's just I don't know that anyone's put all of this in one piece.
Well, I mean, definitely not.
Like, you got the quirky teenager who doesn't fit in, the dad who doesn't understand the kids and the technology. Then you've got iRobot.
No.
And Futurama. And just you crush them all together and you get this. And I feel like it could have been so much more original and maybe a bit funnier.
See, I think that's where we disagree,
And that's okay.
and that's fine. That's fine. To me, well, I don't want to go defending it on what's the worst part of it.
That's
but,
okay.
But essentially, in my brain, I feel like in my brain. I still think it's very funny. And while it's not like wholly original, like you can see the story coming from a mile away where it's gonna end, I still think it still takes all of these things you've seen before and does it in an original kind of way.
Okay.
To me, with the structure of the film, how they do all the little random, but it gives it its own personality. Where I don't
true.
feel like it's just another film.
That is true.
Yeah.
I just maybe see this as kind of a 21st century, or maybe not 21st century, I think they came out in the same century. But I was thinking of The Incredibles
Uh-huh.
and how that's just kind of dysfunctional family that comes together and saves the day.
Exactly.
It's just presented in a more modern sense
Exactly. Yeah.
instead of that retro future superhero world.
I was kind of reminded of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah.
The animation.
entire time,
I
Yeah.
never saw that, so
And I mean the father and child
That's
dynamic too.
Yeah.
I mean that's not a new story.
no.
I don't want to say you can't do that again though, because it's been done before. Because that's a pretty timeless trope, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
It's just I don't know. I just kind of wanted more.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's just me.
But as far as least favorite things for me, there's not a lot. Like we talked about before, everything's solid. Like, which it sometimes makes it difficult to talk about a film. It's like, oh, that was all just good. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess just the low random humor sometimes can be just turned down just a notch.
That's probably my biggest complaint.
Yeah, occasionally it's just a little too like, me.
I guess since we're talking about the ending, when they're all riding robots, flying around the sky, and
Yeah.
just fighting robots, I think that kind of lost me, that whole scene. I almost felt
yeah.
like it broke the boundaries set by this world of a semi-realistic dynamic that the family was going for. And they just kind of threw that out for, let's surf on robots and play music and do a little music video.
Yeah, I thought it was cute, but I kind of see what you're saying.
I don't know if either of you've ever seen the Emoji Movie.
Yes.
No.
But yeah, I kind of got, like, that last scene kind of gave me Emoji Movie vibes.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I wasn't really thinking about this, but since you mentioned Wreck-It Ralph 2, I kind of thought of the ending of that too.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it.
it's the animation style. It's all kind of very similar, and it has some. All of those movies share some common themes to it. I think one of them being technology, and it just kind of
Right.
lends itself to mission.
And that's definitely not a new concept. The whole idea of phone bad, get face out of phone.
Yeah,
connect
but
with
that
nature
doesn't.
and family.
But it doesn't just stick to that point.
Right.
To give the movie some credit.
It doesn't. That's true. I
Yeah.
will give it that.
It does go into like, well, the phone's fine.
Mm.
It's just what you're doing type thing.
I think just going back to the potential that I could see this having is, since it is made by the guys who did the Lego Movie and Into the Spider-Verse, is those are almost groundbreaking forms of animation. You know, the Lego Movie, they do
Yeah.
that kind of proto stop motion CGI blends.
Yeah.
Love that.
Me too.
And then Into the Spider-Verse has the crazy comic book. And see, they had that kind of popping word.
Yeah, but because it was in a
effects.
comic style,
Exactly.
it worked more.
I felt like it worked a lot better there.
Yeah, yeah.
And they wanted to do something similar to that here, and it just maybe didn't hit for me.
Yeah, and it wasn't directed by them. It was just produced.
That's true. It was just produced. I don't think they
Yeah.
directed Spider-Verse, though. Did they?
Uh,
They might have done... We'll figure all that out, but I don't think
later.
they did. Yeah.
Here's the answer.
Here it is. If who's right, who's wrong, I don't know.
Gotta love editing.
Who's gonna wear the hat?
Yeah.
There you
go. But yeah, we barely talked about like negatives.
Yeah, there
but
really isn't like anyone stand out negative for me.
no. I guess just that scene for you, particularly.
That
And the
scene is
little
a little
randoms.
Little, yeah.
Yeah.
The Furbies were fun, but they seemed kind of like, here's a funny gag, and then it's gone. And
Yeah.
obviously, I don't want the main conflict to be centered around Furbies.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But like, they just kind of name dropped this thing. Like, you might remember this.
Yeah.
And then it was gone.
That was to get into like the whole, because this is a family picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of like with like the parents, like the dad not knowing how to use a computer,
Right.
which was still comedic the way they
That
did
was
it.
funny.
It was funny.
because I've been through walking my parents, you know, through looking up something on the internet.
Same.
And, you know, they go to Google, type in google.com, then they do the search bar and they type in yahoo.com, and they finally get to where they want to go. And I'm like, what's wrong with you?
I used to work at a Best Buy, so I know
Yeah.
all about old people.
What was their Best Buy here? They had a Best Buy. Get Good?
Yeah,
Best.
Get Good.
Get Best?
Get something
I don't
like that.
know.
Get Good, kids.
Get Good Kids. That was fun. I like the little references that were in the background.
Yeah.
There was a stack of movies and one scene that just swished right by them, but someone posted it on Reddit, just a freeze frame, and I saw all those. And as someone who is kind of a dork about movies, I appreciated that.
Yeah.
So there's little things here and there.
You're a dork about.
I'm a dork
Who would have
about
noticed?
movies.
Wait. You're not Chad.
Wait, your
Me?
hat, your shirt, your.
I feel betrayed.
Shut up.
Well, this movie's so good that we can barely talk bad about it because now we're just talking about things we like.
Yeah, now we're just talking about things we like.
So,
I guess that's a positive towards this movie.
Yeah.
It has my brain leaning towards things I like.
exactly. Me too.
So that's good.
What are your overall thoughts about this film?
Like we were getting into before, really great time. Granted, nothing. That was terrible. Nothing mind blowing, but a really solid family film. Everyone's gonna enjoy.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Even if I wasn't super stoked on it, I had a good time.
Me too.
Up until maybe the very last scene, I was right on board, and it didn't take me out completely. I just wasn't vibing with it as much as I was with the rest of the movie.
That's fine.
Overall, it's fun. I enjoy the characters. I enjoy the animation. I enjoy some of the random stuff. Not all of it.
No, but
I mean, it's fun. It's on Netflix, so just go watch it.
You probably already watched it.
True.
You're cretins.
To be fair, I hadn't heard of this because I don't really browse Netflix very often.
Me either. I was just trying to. I saw like a Twitter post about it. I was like, "Oh, new movie. We have nothing to watch. So let's give this a shot."
Pretty
Spider-Man. Huh.
This is why we need suggestions. Give us suggestions.
Come on.
Come on. So, Robbie, what did you think of our gator hammock lethal gator sauce?
It was good
Did
stuff.
it bite you? Is it lethal?
I mean, it bit me a little bit. That's particularly that last go.
Yeah,
but,
that last go. We got to go big on the final thoughts.
always, and just maybe a little too big. But
Fair enough.
good stuff. I'm not really sure what kind of like flavor I'm getting. I like 90% of my taste back now, so
I mean, it's mostly just like a Louisiana style hot sauce, and then
Yeah.
it's got habaneros, scotch bonnets, jalapenos. It's just a pepper sauce, basically.
Yeah.
Just a chunky pepper sauce.
it's
like
chunky. You can see all those little givens in
As
there.
you can see, I've had almost this entire bottle already.
Yeah.
She bought this for me like 2 days ago.
My God.
So,
How do you go
aside from what we've dumped in here, which is a pretty good portion of this, I've been globbing this on a lot of my food.
You just
It's tasty.
Yeah.
I like it. This is how you build up your tolerance. You just hurt yourself every day.
just tear a little bit of your stomach lining.
Exactly.
It's
Cut a
fine.
hole right in. Slide it on down.
So Corey, what would you rate this film?
I would give this film 3 dogs out of 5.
Wait, no, like I'm going 4 out of 5, but it's pigs.
It's dog.
Pig.
Dog.
Pig.
Dog.
Pig.
Loaf
Loaf of bread. Error. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what movies you want us to watch next.
Let us know what hot sauces you think we should try. As always, if you want to try the one here, we're going to leave the link in the description. You can go ahead and grab that. We're also going to leave our social medias. Go ahead and give those a follow.
Yeah, and next week we're not really sure we're gonna watch yet, so please let us know. Give us some suggestions.
Leave those comments.
Yeah, Netflix isn't always gonna save us.
Not always.
Yeah. And I think that's it.
I guess that's it.
How am I gonna end this? Oh wait, I got an idea. Oh.
It's beautiful.
Oh, I like that.